Let's give a quick introduction to Team Blue. We got ourselves Candy playing on the Frost Mage this time. We got Atho on the Paladin, I almost call it Anxiety with a J, like Anxiety. Doesn't roll off the tongue that easily. Ajax TV. We got ourselves 14 on the Monk and Snoopy, and 14 on the Monk, Snoopy on the Feral. Versus Team Red with Lenoa on a Demonology Warlock. We got Toasty in the back. Tell us you're looking pretty toasty, I think, playing also Demonology. Maybe Destruction? No, looks like Destruction. We got ourselves Kill Love as a Windwalker Monk. We got ourselves, I don't even know how to say your name. Oh, I don't even know how to say that. The Russian Mage, and we got ourselves Champagne. It's gonna be Ajax actually landing the opener onto Champagne. As he's trying to get himself a setup, playing the marksman. Couldn't get that opener, getting barraged by all the dots. Got himself a rapid fire rolling with a couple crucibles. Looking like he'll have to play more defensive right now, as Ajax is not gonna let him go anywhere. That's gonna be a turtle shell out immediately coming out for the Hunter with the freezing trap onto Ajax's pet. Looks like Ajax is going to let the dots rot him down. Rapid fire coming out. Does cast his own rapid fire. Cannot get any of the aim shots though. He's actually unable to get the line of sight. It feels like as soon as the survival hunter is back to kiting you, I feel like this is where you're going to fall behind. Does land a rapid fire onto Ajax, which does quite good damage. He's going to get himself quite a bit of a self-heal with acceleration rolling and a bit of a defensive. But it looks like Ajax actually getting hit with a scattering shot. Aim shot finally coming out for Champagne. Getting a bit of damage in, but only a little bit. And I don't even emphasize it. It's very, very small amount of damage. Ajax going for a feint death to take away the melee. And down goes Champagne. Ajax has one under his belt. Killov is up next, landing that incap onto Ajax. I don't think he's going to be able to... Actually, should be able to go for a stun. The Marksman doesn't have any stuns at all, so if he does get a leg sweep, he should be good. It looks like Killov is actually trying to see if he can get around. The trap's going to be a chicken out of Ajax. As soon as he sees the touch of death coming down, Killov trying to min-max touch of death, but he's going to end up walking through every trap in the world. Ajax actually goes for feint death for a second, maybe even with a bit of a combo, but he does basically immune any damage from the touch of death. So Killov had a lot of offensive pressure, but now all he has is defensive pressure. Ajax needs to get through quite a lot of cooldowns from Killov, and Killov, if he can use offensives with defensives to hold him in and last longer inside of the engagements, then should be in a very, very good spot. It looks like actually Champagne might have messed up. I think he got a mark for death or Hunter's Mark on the pet instead of the Hunter himself. If Ajax was the one with the Hunter's Mark, I think that would have been a different story, but that's going to be Killov popping a defensive with an offensive, trying to stay aggressive, so he might be able to take a bit of damage. Fist of Fury does connect onto Ajax, just trying to see if he can get himself off the platform. Actually going to be Killov jumping down, which is perfect for Ajax, as he's able to continue the kiting spree. This man so far hasn't even engaged in melee with any of the enemies. He actually has been going for a more kiting strat, letting dots rot him down, throwing in crucibles, and only using Harpoon to engage in melee when it's utmost necessary. Lexi coming out by Killov, but he does not have any offensive pressure, and he's gonna bail out of there. Looks like neither Killov, neither Ajax have any efficient corruptions available, and Killov is actually trying to take up as much damage as possible, trying to get fully defensive, and Ajax is looking to maybe kite him around. Is gonna run him through even more traps as soon as Killov got any offensive pressure, and Ajax, as soon as he sees Killov backing out, he wants to force cooldowns out of here. He wants to force that karma, so this is where he wants to get offensive. Stun to Killov. Is he gonna trick it? He isn't, and Ajax is gonna be able to get a couple of Mongoose bites in there, trying to get that karma out of Killov. Is gonna force out the karma. Ajax got himself quite a huge defensive now. It's gonna drop down a bunch of traps into a freezing chopper to Killov with a feint death. A manic bandage immediately. Killov is actually bare bones naked out in the arena. Barely anything left. Could maybe go for one leg sweep if anything, but barely any health left, and down he goes. Next up is going to be Toasty. I think played Destruction Warlock, but it's going to be a dot immediately by Ajax, as he got 2 Russians under his belt. Only 1 more Russians and 2 Warlocks to go. Is Ajax going to be able to survive long enough? The Maledec, the Necrotics, or I guess Dampening really, hasn't kicked them too hard, so he should be good. Trinket coming out for Ajax as he getting hit by the second BCC. Does not want Toasty to get any offensive pressure. Look at Toasty actually taking quite a bit of that dot damage over time, though. Like, his health is not at full. and it's going down slowly but surely as long as there's a pet attacking him, which builds up crucible stacks, which maybe a crucibles can also do for this. Grenades are going to do work too. Toasty popping in wall, but unable to get any cast off onto Ajax. Being a destruction warlock is just unfortunate, and he's already below half health, still ticking down. The pet is still able to ramp up any kind of progs that Ajax might have on his gear. Actually playing Affliction Warlock, that's even worse. Is going to get interrupted on the Haunt. It looks like Ajax looking for blood, looking to end the duel right now. Toasty does get a horror effect out onto Ajax with a Haunt almost connecting that Haunt, but that's going to be actually a silence coming out onto Ajax. Manic Bandage is coming out, but he's not going to be able to deal with all the magical effects. The corruption from Agony is still going to be huge. That's going to be a pet empowering for Toasty right now. It's going to extend the dots onto the pet as well as Ajax. And Ajax actually taking quite a bit of damage. Toasty tried to let it fear, but does go down. Ajax actually took quite a bit of that dot damage from the Affliction Warlock. And the Afia Warlock, Toasty barely really had any uptime on Ajax. So if Toasty actually could get some decent uptime, that would be good. The Russian Mage is up next, getting hit with a Freezing Trap immediately. And Ajax looking to get this guy out of there, looking to get away, let the dots, let the traps really slow him down. It's going to be Arcane Missiles from the pet, going to get a stun onto the Russian Mage. Double up and crop of grenades with a bit of a dot and bailing out of there, letting him dot up and sit there with dots. And that's exactly what the plan is going to go for. Just play it safe until he closes in. That's actually, like, Survival Hunters are not really built for dots playstyle, right? They're not really like an Affliction Warlock or a Shadow Priest in my opinion. But like the dot damage they can do, especially with the essences you run, that's actually really strong. That's going to be actually the Russian Mage going to try to see if he can blow the pet. I think he just decided, you know what? At this point, I got really not a lot left. I'm going to try to do what I can. And Aegis is getting Manic Bandages with the Russian Mage with barely any health available. He's going to disengage out to break out of Nova. And Ajax has mostly full health versus Lenoa as the very last person on Team Red to stand toe-to-toe. The Survival Hunter has been able to shred through the enemy team with fair ease, but looks like Lenoa will be the last one going. Ajax down on maybe some offenses, has all defenses available. Lenoa is going to be able to basically have a fresh duel with the guy. If Lenoa has a more or less simple playstyle, actually being double pet, Lenoa actually can stop Ajax from getting any free heals. That's going to be stunned by the pet trick inside of it. So actually Ajax is not going to have a pet stun or trick out of a next pet stun at a later time. And with his own pet being on Lenoa the whole time, getting camos is going to be quite tough. But we'll see how it works out. Lenoa is a Warlock though, so we'll have to do a little bit of maybe portals in order to get up to the Hunter again. Is going to drain life off of the pet immediately, even get the fear onto the pet. Ajax does finally get the pets off of him, does get himself a little bit of a heal, which Lenoa needs to be really careful with. Needs to make sure that the pet is always on Ajax. Is going to land a stun to Ajax with a Malady to follow. Try to see if he can land a stun. Not going to happen. Get a kicked on Shadow. Does have Demon Bolts to throw out. If the one to handle Gul'dan is coming out, has the Tyrant of the one to actually going to be Turtle Shell by Ajax into a feigned death and does back out with a Manic Bandage trying to re-heal up to full. But the dampening should be kicking in pretty hard soon-ish. We are at 50% mark right now. Lenoa needs to make sure that their pet is on Ajax as often as possible. Even if Ajax is sacrificing freezing traps to stop it or anything. That was a stun, but Lenoa around the corner does not quite get it. Going to be freezing trap onto Lenoa's pet. But Lenoa really needs to make sure that the pet is on Ajax. Trading the stuns for both of them. Chicken coming out for Lenoa. Does get a Tyrant up and running. Is going to try to go for a hand to go down. Ajax looking to get out of there. Does get tagged by the Tyrant. Oh no. Actually, the Tyrant doesn't even get a tag onto him. It's just on the pet. Lenoa needs to make sure that the pets are attacking AJ. Or AJ. I'll call him AJ. Ajax. I think it's AJ is fine, right? Ajax. Actually, it's... I know it's Ajax. It is Ajax. That's fine. Oh, I got confused with just no name alone. But no, not really looking all that good. Safety Tricker coming out. Does he have a wall? He does have a wall if he wants, so gonna go for a Reflect in case he gets there's a Freezing Trap maybe coming out. I feel like at this point he's just trying to do what he can. Does get a Drain Life onto Ajax. He is sending the pet on him. Fear onto Ajax's pet. Ajax, if next stun could actually go down, don't have anything left. Does get a stun Fear coming out. Ajax still surviving it. He just played it ultra safe. Did quite a bit of damage. I think most of the damage ended up being just straight up dots and procs. I guess we'll just see in a second, yeah? Let me look at it. I actually wasn't wondering. Scorpion Stick literally just died with lethal strikes. That's a proc for lethal strikes. Look at his proc city. Look, dot. That's somewhat of a dot, but it's an instant cast that you can fire from far away. This is a proc off of those dots. This is a proc off of those dots. This is every time he does get to go into Mongoose Bite. That's, you can almost count it as dots. It builds up from surfacing dot, kind of dot, like a range attack, a proc. Range attack. Like, he's barely got any melees in. 25 melees that whole duel. Literally just dotting the world. Oh my god, that's so strong, dude. Lethal strikes. He was really busted.